Get your daily news fix with NewsSource Scrawler's latest edition, 28 February 2025, featuring crypto, politics, tech, and more. Handheld gaming PCs have achieved over 6 million sales, with the Steam Deck making up more than half of these figures. EA has recently released the source code for Command & Conquer, Red Alert, Renegade, and Generals. The head of Pokémon is optimistic that the series will continue for another 50 to 100 years, and the Pokémon Champions game has been announced. This new battle-centric title will be available on the Nintendo Switch and mobile platforms.
Research indicates that individuals favor AI chatbots for conversations about embarrassing health matters, yet they prefer humans when expressing anger. Axios notes that NVIDIA causes significant concern in Silicon Valley every 3 months. Y Combinator withdraws backing from an AI startup following a video showing the boss shouting at a human employee, referring to him as number 17.
The International Atomic Energy Agency, IAEA, has reported a significant increase in Iran's inventory of uranium that is close to being suitable for nuclear weapons. Meanwhile, New Zealand has announced that China has expressed willingness to address the concerns raised about its recent military exercises. Just 2 days prior, live fire maneuvers conducted by highly proficient Chinese warships caused unease in both New Zealand and Australia. Additionally, Israel has freed more than 600 Palestinian detainees following the return of the bodies of 4 hostages by Hamas. Romanian authorities interrogate pro-Russian presidential hopeful amid Kremlin meddling. South Korea reports that North Korea has dispatched additional soldiers to Russia to support its conflict with Ukraine. Russia's Avtovaz indicates that Renault's repurchase of its Russian assets will be at least $1.3 billion.
A poster in London titled "Don't Buy a Swastika" has gained widespread attention, as an anti-Elon Musk group's advertisement featuring the slogan "From Zero to 1939 in 3 Seconds" has also become popular following the German election. The Washington Post highlights that Elon Musk's extensive business ventures have been supported by $38 billion in government subsidies. Additionally, Elon Musk has expressed willingness to appear on The Daily Show after Jon Stewart's critique of Doge, provided the episode is broadcast without edits, and the show has agreed, stating, "We'd be delighted."
Kurdish leader Öcalan, while incarcerated, communicates a plea for the PKK to surrender their weapons in pursuit of peace with Turkey. A UN report demands global intervention as Nicaragua's administration intensifies its crackdown. Austrian centrist political parties have agreed to establish a government excluding the far-right faction.
Paris prosecutor has dismissed the case against Apple concerning minerals from the Congo, as indicated by a document. AT&T and Verizon have successfully made the initial video calls from a cell phone to a satellite. Amazon Web Services has introduced a new quantum computing chip, named the Ocelot.
A study suggests that the absence of soil on the space station could potentially harm astronauts' health. Researchers have uncovered the earliest evidence indicating that our ancestors resided in rainforests approximately 150,000 years ago. Recent findings have shown that the Great Wall of China is 300 years older than was previously believed.
The USDA indicates that egg prices might rise by an additional 41% this year. Previously, last month, the increase was forecasted at 20%, and the Agriculture Department is considering importing eggs due to the soaring prices. Chile has declared an emergency following a power outage that has left the country in darkness. It has been disclosed that more than half of the nations are failing to safeguard 30% of their land, and see as part of the UN nature plans. Australia prohibits the use of Kaspersky software by government entities because it poses an unacceptable security risk. Apple unveils fresh child safety measures, such as an age verification system for applications. Microsoft identifies the hackers responsible for tools designed to circumvent generative AI guardrails, labeling the alleged credential stealing Azure abuse enterprise operators.
Meta is terminating approximately 20 employees due to leaks. Apple is attempting to lift Indonesia's iPhone ban by proposing 2 new manufacturing plants and a pioneering chip research facility. The Kia PV5 has been unveiled as an electric van targeting customers of the diesel Ford Transit. A new standard developed by the WHO and ITU seeks to reduce hearing loss among gamers, introducing H.872, safe listening for video gameplay and esports. FBI Director Kash Patel is reportedly interested in integrating the UFC with the FBI, according to sources, and it seems the UFC is not aware of discussions between Dana White and FBI head Patel. Meanwhile, Romanian prosecutors have granted Andrew Tate's request to depart Romania, and Tate, along with his brother, has arrived in Florida, where Governor DeSantis has stated they are not welcome. Additionally, the U.S. Department of Education has introduced a NDEI portal. The Washington Post article highlights Elon Musk's response to certain Trump aides who are hesitant to strengthen the promotion of Dogecoin. Additionally, the White House has restricted access for AP, Reuters, and other media outlets to cover a Trump cabinet meeting. Furthermore, Attorney General Pamela Bondi has unveiled the initial phase of declassified Epstein files, which reportedly feature a new contact list for Jeffrey Epstein that includes Alec Baldwin, Michael Jackson, Mick Jagger, and the mother of RFK Jr. Jeff Bezos prohibits Washington Post opinion writers from criticizing free speech and free markets. This has been described as, Jeff Bezos declares Washington Post opinions will solely praise capitalism's virtues. Elon Musk claims the FAA's air traffic control system upgrade is inadequate and suggests SpaceX should assume Verizon's contract. It has been noted that FAA reportedly considering Verizon contract for Musk's Starlink, sources indicate. The Washington Post states that FBI examining Trump EPA allegations of fraud in $20 billion Biden grant fund.
Zendaya is set to appear in Shrek 5 as the daughter of the ogre. The new anime Lazarus, created by the mastermind behind Cowboy Bebop, has released a stylish trailer and is scheduled for an April debut. Oh. In a related incident, a BTS fan from Japan was called in by South Korean authorities for kissing Jin without his permission.
Apple has launched an 8-hour soundtrack loop on YouTube, featuring an exclusive Odessa set tailored for maintaining focus throughout an innie's workday. Additionally, YouTube has announced that it now boasts over 1 billion monthly viewers of podcast content. Meanwhile, Gracenote has noted a substantial rise in sports content available on subscription video on demand (SVOD) platforms. In the United States, a group of Republican lawmakers has introduced a bill proposing to feature Donald Trump's image on a $250 bill. Additionally, the Social Security Administration is considering a reduction of up to 50% in its workforce. Furthermore, federal agencies have been given a deadline to submit plans for relocating their offices outside the Washington, D.C. area. The Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, CFPB, has decided to terminate its legal action against Capital One, which had claimed the company caused customers to lose $2 billion in interest. Additionally, the CFPB is discontinuing its enforcement actions against Capital One, Rocket Homes, and other entities. Meanwhile, billionaire Justin Sun has received a temporary relief as the Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, has halted its fraud case against him, with discussions underway between the SEC and the Tron founder to potentially resolve the civil fraud case. Furthermore, the SEC has stated that the majority of meme coins are not considered securities and are therefore not subject to securities regulations.
President Trump announced plans to impose 25% tariffs on European Union goods, arguing that the EU was established to disadvantage the United States in trade dealings. As tensions rise over tariff threats from Trump, Mexico has extradited several high-profile drug cartel leaders, including Rafael Caro Quintero, to the United States. This move is viewed as an attempt to ease trade tensions with the U.S. Trump indicated that the United States and the United Kingdom have the potential to negotiate a genuine trade deal that could be established without the need for tariffs, signaling positive diplomatic relations between the two nations.
BP announces a significant multi-billion-dollar agreement to modernize Iraq's oil fields. The worldwide market for combustion engine vehicles has reached its highest point. Trump revokes Chevron's oil license for Venezuela due to insufficient electoral reforms.
DR Congo, and who are examining a cluster of mysterious illnesses, with the death toll now at 60. A Texas child, who lacked vaccination, has succumbed to measles, marking the first such death in the U.S. in 10 years. RFK Jr. claims measles outbreaks are not unusual in the U.S., but doctors disagree. Research indicates that extreme heat might accelerate aging in older adults.
Amazon introduces AI-powered Alexa, complimentary for Prime members, priced at $19.99 for others. The company plans to release numerous AI devices, according to its hardware chief. Alexa Plus is compatible with Prime Video and Fire TV, allowing users to jump to a scene in a film. OpenAI unveils GPT 4.5, which is more adept at persuading other AIs to provide financial resources. However, OpenAI cautions that GPT 4.5 is not a frontier AI model. The organization also reports being out of GPUs due to ongoing supply challenges in AI and gaming. Alibaba has launched an advanced open video model, which has quickly been associated with the production of AI-generated pornography.
Anthropic has introduced the inaugural hybrid reasoning AI model globally. Satya Nadella remarks that AI has not yet developed an application with the same transformative impact as email and Excel combined. NVIDIA's CEO, Jensen Huang, states that AI now requires 100 times more computational power compared to when ChatGPT was first launched.
Lilly intends to allocate $27 billion to establish new manufacturing facilities in the United States amid Trump's potential imposition of pharmaceutical tariffs. HP aims to produce 90% of its North American goods outside China by the end of October. China's advanced semiconductors are projected to constitute 28% of global production, leading to an oversupply situation. Western companies voice apprehensions about their continued existence.
Estonia introduces a new AI initiative in collaboration with OpenAI to implement chatbots in educational institutions. According to the Wall Street Journal, Microsoft advises President Trump to revise restrictions on AI chip exports. DeepSeek provides a 75% discount on its reasoning model, with a new R2 model set to be released before the month of May. Putin commends Trump administration. Initial contact brings hope, officials state, as Russia views discussions with the U.S. as a chance to rejuvenate its espionage networks. South Korea reports that North Korea is increasing its troop deployment to Russia. Russian and U.S. diplomats convene in Istanbul to deliberate on the restoration of embassy operations.
Aleph Aeronautics' electric flying car successfully completes a vertical takeoff in California. Waymo reaches 200,000 paid trips weekly, surpassing Tesla's efforts. Tesla targets Waymo and Uber in its California ride-hail initiative. Tamil Nadu could be the origin of the Iron Age, according to a study. A unique fresco found in Pompeii depicts a woman who defies male dominance by dancing freely, hunting, and consuming raw meat in the mountains. Tokyo is implementing a 4-day workweek in a last-ditch effort to help Japan lose its undesirable label of world's oldest population, as the country experiences its lowest birth rate in 125 years.
Illicit crypto volume in 2024 reached an unprecedented $40 billion, Chainalysis report. Hackers of Bybit transferred more than half of the stolen Ethereum to Bitcoin, primarily utilizing Thorchain. According to sources, crypto trading platform BitMEX is seeking a purchaser.
TikTok is ending its creator marketplace in favor of TikTok One, which includes AI tools for a more comprehensive approach. Jeopardy! And Wheel of Fortune are transitioning to streaming platforms. Warner Bros. Discovery anticipates that its streaming profits will increase by twofold and aims to reach 150 million users.
The Philippines has apprehended individuals suspected of being Chinese spies, who were allegedly attempting to infiltrate the office of President Marcos. According to a report by Reuters, these suspected spies were involved in offering bribes to local city officials and police officers in the form of cash and motorbikes. Meanwhile, China's defense ministry has issued a stern warning to Taiwan, stating that they will eventually capture Taiwan, regardless of the time it takes. In response, Taiwan has cautioned China that repeating the errors of World War II will result in their defeat. Additionally, former U.S. President Donald Trump has accepted an invitation from the king for what is described as an unprecedented second state visit. During this period, Trump has also expressed his support for the Chagos deal to to British Prime Minister Keir Starmer.
In the U.S., fake ICE agents terrorized California businesses for social media stardom, police say. Fake captain boards $8 million fishing boat and convinces crew to set sail, Washington cops say. Elon Musk's Starlink is keeping modern slavery compounds online. For months ago it has been reported that Myanmar's sweeping internet blackouts drive rebels, medics, scammers to satellite service.